Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It, the podcast where we explore the intricacies of relationships and help you navigate the journey of love. I'm your host, Mr. Bright, and today we have part 2 of self-growth. So part 1 was for the gentlemen, the gents, and I went hard on them. And today's part 2 for the ladies. Guys, behind every single podcast, there's a lot of work being done. Research for sure. Okay. A lot of things that I talk about are obviously I implement them from my personal experience and the experience of my friends and family. Again, research. Articles that I read. If something does not feel right, when it comes to like knowledge, something that is knowledge based and it doesn't feel like quite accurate or it doesn't feel right, I just do a research just to make sure that it is correct. Most things that I talk about are from personal experience or experience of people around me. And if I'm talking about knowledge base, you can actually research what I'm saying. Okay, so I would like to give a shout out to my executive producer, G-Max. And let's talk about it. Okay, ladies, self-growth. Now, obviously, if you're listening for the first time, thank you for listening. If you have been listening for a while, you know that this channel is pointed towards relationships. Now, we talk about a little bit about everything, but self-growth is a huge part of any relationship, whether it's a loving relationship, a family relationship, friendly relationship, neighborly relationship, or even a coworker relationship, right? If you've been following us, which you should, if you're not, you should do it now. You should subscribe and you should like and you should leave comments and get the algorithm going. You know that I'm a stoic and I always leave some quotes from my favorite stoics. Today, as I mentioned before, we are going to talk about self-growth. If the self is not good, the collective will not be good. Okay, the self is just one part of the collective. The first part I talked about, it was for the boys. Today we are going to address women. Now, when I divide the topics or I split the topics by gender, it's because obviously there is a clear distinction between men and women, especially psychologically and how we perceive the world. Now, when I talk about a woman's perspective, I talk about a man's perspective, how we see a woman do things and how we think the relationship would go better, if they have just done certain things that we consider to be valuable or precious or helpful. Okay, so I'm not talking from a woman's perspective. I'm talking from a man's perspective that has a relationship with a woman. Okay, and if you're a woman, yes, you definitely should listen to me because I'm talking for the boys. Now, exceptions don't make rules. Some guys might not agree. Most guys, they would think the way I think, they would act the way I act, and they would expect things. And if they do it worse, then this is a chance for them to get better. Now, self-growth, ladies. Insecurities I think it's like an epidemic. I think that women are more insecure than men on average. And it's a major issue. The whole existence of a woman, from right before you turn into a teenager all the way to your adulthood, it's wrapped up with being thinner, being better, looking better, having, well, but at least nowadays is having bigger breasts, having bigger butts, thicker thighs, slimmer waist, and all the makeup and all the hair and this and that, and and then I extend that to people that are shallow, all the expensive bags, and I want to go on a trip, and this and me, I want, and this does not work in a relationship. Now, I'm not talking about people that are rich. I think that people that have easy access to expensive things often don't actually value them that much, because it's just so easy. It's just you going out and grabbing, I don't know, a can of Coke or a bottle of water. Even if you're like, not, well, even if you're like, I'm not gonna say poor, but even if you're like, your income is not that considerable or relevant, you can definitely buy a bottle of water, right? So that would be equivalent for like wealthy people. So again, exceptions don't make rules. Most people are not wealthy. Okay, most people are right in the middle. There's more people at the bottom than at the top, and it's just the way that life goes. So women are bombarded with things from a very young age, and I think women are hard on other women more than we are, because we really don't care about half of the things that you guys care. A man will never not be with you because your hair is not done, because whatever clothes you're wearing, because you don't have an expensive bag, because your breasts are not huge or your butt is not huge. That's not the type of value that a man is looking for when he wants to settle down, when he wants to be with a woman. A man is not looking at the size of your attributes or wealth, or men don't really care about that. So from a woman's from a man's perspective, what we want from a woman is just basically be nice, make sure that you understand that you're part of the team. Don't dog him out. Don't talk bad things about him. Back him up on his dreams. Share and be supportive. Be there for him, and everything will fall into place. This is a man's perspective. That's what you want. Of course, you have that attraction. You like the person, but then a lot of women that are very pretty, they're not that nice. It's just as simple as that, because their whole life people have been pampering them and telling them how pretty they are, and they forgot that the prettiness goes away starting at 30 years old, and it's just a decline. Do you know what I mean? So when your beauty goes away, you need to have sustenance. You need to have the box. It's just like a box. Imagine a gift. A box, right, with a gift inside, right? And then the wrap is really nice, really beautiful, but then the box is empty, right? We rather you not have any wrap whatsoever, but then your content be outstanding, and we be able to utilize it, and to be an asset rather than an hindrance, right? And when it comes to self-growth, women have so much to do. Accountability is like kryptonite for a woman. Ladies, if you do something wrong, take it, admit it, own it. You know what? I didn't like the way I acted, or I didn't like what I've done, so I actually apologize, because I wouldn't like you to do that to me. And accountability is very, very much connected with empathy. A lot of people don't have empathy. Usually people that are sociopaths don't have empathy and whatnot, but I'm not going to get into anything clinical. You do your own research, and you contact a licensed therapist if you think that's the case. That's something that you need. But self-assessment, that's what I said for the guys, and I say the same for the ladies. Ladies, first things first, do a self-assessment. Stop being delusional. The grass is not greener on the other side. Stop comparing yourself to other women. Stop trying to be like the Jones, or like whatever it is that, you know, that somebody told you that you can be like, or you have to be like. Look objectively at yourself and ask yourself, who am I? This is very important. If you don't know who you are, right, then you know nothing about you. Even if you're a nasty person. And like I said, guys, I'm going to tell you things that you don't want to hear. So I'm going to tell you right now. Some people are nasty. They have a nasty attitude. They're mean. They're bitter. They're haters. They don't want nobody to be happy. You know what I'm saying? They just walk around miserable. They lie. They make up stuff about people. They accuse men of things that they didn't do. They are 100% nasty. Now, the good thing is that if you are one of those people, and you know you're bitter, you know you're revengeful, you know you like to gossip, you know you like, so I'm telling you right now, you're nasty. What are you gonna do about it? It's okay to be down. It's not okay to stay down. It's okay to be flawed. It's okay to have a flaw. It's not okay to be flawed. Okay? I can have a flaw and master it. I can do a self-mastery. And through self-mastery, I will achieve self-growth. But if you have a certain type of behavior that you, number one, do not acknowledge and don't accept that you have it, then you're always going to have that bad behavior. And you're always going to make excuses. And guess what? There is no self-growth without accountability. Point blank, period. And this is, you know, experienced through all my, you know, previous relationships, seeing my friends going through things. One of my friends is going through something really rough right now with his girl he's got a kid with, and he loves that kid, and it's just going through a lot. And he shares things with me. He's one of my good friends, and he tells me things, not tells me things about her. He tells me his perspective, how he feels the relationship is going, and how he feels like he's being treated. And I always tell him the same thing. Listen, you can tell me whatever you want, and I'm going to use what you tell me and respond to it. But keep in mind that one-sided story is just an intro. I don't know what this other person is thinking. What is their perspective? Okay? And one of the things that he shared with me is that there's a lack of accountability and a lot of control. And this is pretty much like every other woman. Yes. If a woman makes a mistake, you need to fight for 15, 20, 30 minutes because women love drama. Stop. If you make a mistake, ladies, just own it. It takes you 5 seconds. Most of the times, the guys would just, you know, move on from there. Because men, we don't dwell in things unless obviously that's part of your personality. We don't dwell. Like, if you apologize, we just move forward and we move on. Because, you know, nobody wants to waste time on some petty stuff. But women are very, very petty. So I would say, for self-growth as a woman, and you want to be in a relationship, or you're in a relationship right now, your relationship is not going well, ask yourself, what have you done to contribute to that situation? And if your answer is nothing, then you're the problem. We always done something, even if you don't realize. And if you think genuinely that you haven't done anything, you need to take it to your partner and you need to ask, okay, so we're having these problems, whatever. What do you think? What do you think I could do better, or I have done to contribute to this situation? And you can be brutally honest with me. Now, ladies, when you ask a man to be honest and he's honest, don't be upset with him. You got to take it. You got to be able to take it. There is no self-growth without accountability. I'm telling you right now, 100%. Accountability, very important for any type of self-growth. You're not growing as an individual, as a person, because you keep making the same mistakes, and you ignore them. You do not acknowledge them as a mistake because you think that's just being you. No, if you're a nasty person, that's not being you. That's being you right there. It's just you being nasty, doing a nasty thing that you can stop. Because all these people that do bad things, they know when they can and can't do. They wouldn't go to a police station and throw a rock at a police officer. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do whatever it is that they do sometimes to certain members of their family. They wouldn't do that, right? So they know, they're selective. If you know who you're being nasty to, you know you're a nasty person because you are choosing to be nasty with that person. Okay, ladies, accountability. Okay, take responsibility for your own actions. Ask yourself, what have you done to get you to that specific situation? That is very, very, very important. Another thing that, it's huge with women, and this is what I mentioned at the beginning of this conversation: insecurities. Why do you think you have to have what the girl next door has? Why do you think you have to be on social media comparing yourself with other people? 90% of social media is fake, ladies. Fake. It's not true. Everybody has problems in their relationships. I know you don't think they do because they hide it very well. Maybe you should be one of those people that hide it very well. And you should take care of your relationship. Everybody has problems in their relationship. You see those girls that go on trips with guys, and they get flown over and whatever this, whatever that. Most of the times they're prostitutes. Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. They're prostitutes. They're exchanging a sexual favor for goods. That is prostitution. You can call it whatever you want. It is prostitution. Are you a prostitute? I take it that you're not, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this. I hope you're not, right? You're not a prostitute, right? Most of the girls that you see on Instagram traveling and on those places and all that, they're providing a service. A lot of times they're working and they take the pictures. They look so awesome, so nice to fake a smile. And you think, oh, look, this couple, whatever. They're not a couple. Surprise. Okay. Social media is fake. People that are on social media, they put on social media how they want you to perceive them, how they want you to perceive them. It's not real. It's not true. And you should be aware of people that actually bring any type of personal stuff into social media. And that's another topic I wanna tap into. When you take your things, your problems with your man, and you think that it's okay to put it out there, it is never okay, ladies. Never. It is never, never, ever okay to exploit, to disclose your relationship with your man online under any circumstances. Never okay. Never. Never. It is horrible. And you're just being nasty. You're just looking for attention. And that says a lot about you as a person. If that attention is what you need, is what you're looking for, you should not be in a relationship. You're not prepared. You are not prepared to be in a relationship if attention is what you want. If you're like one of those people, do you like attention? Oh yeah, of course I love attention. You should not be in a relationship. But then let me tell you, right? Once you have a certain type of behavior, that behavior will not go away. Even if you meet somebody that you like, that will drag and that will chase you, will follow you. And that will get in the midst of your relationship or whoever. If a man feels like they can't trust you, you have too many male friends, you have too much attention from other guys, they will not pursue you the way they will pursue. They will not take you seriously. They will still smash. But as soon as they have something that is more certain, more secure, a man will leave you. And a man will never think twice, if he needs to do whatever he needs to do with somebody else, he will do it because he knows that, or he thinks that he knows that you got somebody else, you get all this attention. So that's always in the back of somebody's mind. I spoke with a girl once, a long time ago, and we had a nice conversation. Whatever, she was cool, and she said she loves attention. At that particular moment, I felt like an idiot because I was giving her attention for 30 minutes straight. We were talking about many things, and I felt like an idiot. I was like, another one. From that point on, I learned. I learned my lesson. I don't just give attention for free. Okay? It's quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Ladies, attention. If you're an attention seeker, do not get in a relationship. Do not get in a relationship. It's not good. You're not. It's not. It will not work. I can guarantee you, it will not work. If attention is your thing, that's for single people only. And attention is usually for people that are highly insecure. The people that want the most attention are the people that are the most insecure. And I can guarantee you 100%. They might pretend to be like really strong, but they're not really. And often these people that love attention, they have one or two dudes that, be getting it on a regular basis. They're not taking them seriously. They don't know why. It's because they cannot trust her. But they will never tell you, and men will never tell you these things. I'm going to tell you. So if you're an attention seeker, it's time to cut that shit off. Cut it. Listen, it's not, no. Cut it off. Yeah? And acknowledge. You do not need attention if you were not insecure. So insecurity, that's something that, ladies, you need to address that. You know what I'm saying? The makeup. You don't need a brand new face. That's a sign. That's 100% a sign of insecurity. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, no, putting makeup is just a normal thing. It's just a thing that I do. I put makeup and I dress sexy and stay at the house. That is 100% not true. People that do that on average, I mean, there's possibility that somebody might do it. It's, this is domesticness, but, it is what it is. But people that do that, they want attention, whether it's online, whether it's in person. They're going to post it so they get the likes and they feel better about themselves. They're insecure. This is not really quantum physics or quantum mechanics. It's a very simple human behavior. It's very, very simple. You want attention. You want validation because you are insecure. Because if you were good enough for you, you wouldn't need that. Point blank, period. So, accountability, ladies. Take responsibility for your actions. Insecurity. Stop being insecure. If you're doing things that makes you be insecure overall or afterwards, don't do them. You don't need to put a brand new face. You can put a little bit of makeup every now and then, especially if it's for your men. Your man's attention is not good enough. Why? So why are you in a relationship? Okay? You do all the stuff put on social media. You half naked all the time. You should not be in a relationship. You should not be in a relationship. And in fact, I take it further. Don't think that you're going to be in a relationship by having, certain type of pictures online. Listen, ladies, your value as a woman is being a woman. My grandma used to say that a real woman, a good woman, is capable of quieting a room full of men just with her presence. Back in the days when a woman gets in a room and everybody stands up, take their hats off, you know what I'm saying? That's what she means, right? A real woman is so feminine. Her feminine energy is so overwhelming that even an aggressive man will simmer down. Oh, there's a lady in the room. Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry. Guys used to, be wary of their language, cussing in front of the lady, fighting in front of the lady. We don't have that anymore. And then girls, oh yeah, but guys used to open the door, used to do that. You have to earn it. You think those women just because they're women, guys? No, it's because they were so precious and they knew their value. And the guys, man, we always recognize a valuable woman. And this is what women don't understand. You can do all the BBLs you want. You can do all the surgeries you want. Put the lips and do all the stuff. Look like a weirdo. Look like a blowfish. You can do all of that. A man is designed to sleep with you. Sleeping with a woman is just like going to the gym or playing a game. It's just something that we do. Keeping, staying, having a woman, doing things for her is different. When a guy buys you flowers, candies, remembers certain dates, you know what I'm saying, wants to take you out, you know what I'm saying, you chill on the couch, he's caressing you, maybe rubbing your feet, maybe giving you a foot massage, you know what I'm saying, talking to you, sharing stuff with you. This is when you know that a guy really likes you. Not smashing. A lot of these girls think it's just because a guy wants to sleep with me, he likes me. No. Surprise. He does not like you. He likes the way you look. He wants to go to the gym, but he doesn't even know you. How can he like you if he doesn't know you? So if you want to be precious from the inside. The value of a woman is being a woman. Being a woman is not being promiscuous. It's not being loose. It's not being easy. It's not just being a highway. Let's do it. Woo! That's not what being a woman is. Being a woman is temperance. You know what I'm saying? It's calm, serenity, wiseness, you know? The things that I've learned from my grandma, I can't even share here because it's so precious to me, right? And I feel like we don't have real women anymore. Everybody's so insecure. Everybody's just so trying to compete with somebody else. How are you going to compete with somebody that it might be less than you as an individual, as a person, not less than you, might have a different type of behavior, that a lesser behavior, let's put it that way. Somebody that is promiscuous. If you're not promiscuous, you are already better than her at that particular thing because you don't sleep around. These girls think men don't know. We know the precious ones. That's why we choose carefully. You guys give access to sex. We give access to relationship and marriage. And as soon as these guys stop sleeping with randoms and getting some weirdos pregnant, and you see some weirdo women with kids, and she's a single mother, especially black guys, right? We need to stop doing that. There's so many households right there with single parent, so many single parent homes. It's just outrageous. Single mother homes, I mean. It's outrageous. Right? As soon as men realize that we are the Alpha and the Omega, we have the seed, we need to stop. We set the standards. So that means instead of sleeping with anything that walks, hold yourself in contempt. But I already addressed the boys on the other on part one. So let me just stick to the ladies right now. Ladies, a man will know your value if you're valuable. Let that sink in for a second. I'm not trying to dish you. I'm not trying to dog you out. I'm just telling you that your behavior of sleeping around, of getting drunk, the way that you think that you should carry yourself will dictate how people will treat you. If you carry yourself in a bad way, in a way that is loose, that is promiscuous, that is out there, you know, we know, oh, this girl is for the streets. You know what I'm saying? She's okay to have fun. We're going to have fun with you. Then you're going to get attached. And then we were never serious because we know you're from the street. You got a body count of 30, 40, 50 people. Like, nobody wants to take that home. So accountability is number one, right? Number two, insecurity, right? So anything that makes you being insecure. Number three is your value. Your value as a woman is being a woman, right? Stop being more masculine than guys. Stop being aggressive. Stop trying to pretend that you're going to bring the hammer down. You shouldn't have a hammer anyway, right? A real woman, she gets in a room, she's acknowledged by men, she's dressed classy, not trashy. She doesn't even need to speak loud. Gentlemen will see her because she's a real woman. And we acknowledge that. Every guy has a woman that he would like to marry. Hello? Can you hear me? Every guy has a woman in his mind that he would like to marry. He's not going to tell you. He's not going to tell you because he's looking for it. We keep that to ourselves. We know exactly the woman that we want to marry. Every guy, even the guy that said, I don't want to get married, he knows he's Tweezler love. Tweezler love is the perfect love. Is the person that you envision in your mind. And guys don't really have that until they hit like their 20s, maybe mid-20s. And they start looking around and seeing, right, you know, guys like 24, 25, 26. He knows exactly the type of woman he's looking for to get married. And don't get me wrong, it changes along the way. It changes until he gets like to that one. So a guy that might consider like a girl that I really want, a guy that's 17, 18, 19, and a guy that's 22, 23, it's not the same girl. I can tell you right now. She has suffered some serious changes along the way. And most of those are all internally. Okay? So I don't understand why you got to be so aggressive. I don't understand why you got to be so loud. What are you trying to compensate for? You want to be seen so bad. You are best seen when you're not saying anything. People will acknowledge you through your body language, not your voice. You dress the right way. You behave the right way. Gentlemen, men, real men will see you. They will acknowledge you and they will pursue you. All you have to do is not mess around. Make sure that there isn't any videos, any news, any pics out there. Make sure that you don't have a lot of guy friends all the time. Guy friends. I get along better with men. That says a lot about women if women don't even want to hang out with women, to be honest with you. But we don't appreciate that, right? We don't appreciate that. You don't need quantity. You need quality. You don't need to have 5 female friends. You have 2 or 3 that are okay. Maybe sometimes you got to fall out with, one another. This happens to everybody, even to guys. But you got like a group of friends, tight one, you stick to that. You have maybe 1 or 2 male friends and they're your friend's boyfriend or ex or something like that. That's okay. We don't appreciate a girl that has 20,000 male friends. A girl that is a little bit mannish. What I'm saying is that you have the power for self-growth. You have to just acknowledge, right? And take accountability for your actions. Right? So a lot of girls are too aggressive out there. Too aggressive. I had experiences, man. Girl said, so when you gonna take me out? I was like, God damn, I didn't know we was on that level. We were just talking about work. What happened? Right? It's okay. I mean, if you want to be witty or be cheeky and you say that's okay in a jokey way, whatever. But it's nicer if you put yourself in a position where you maintain your eye contact. You got a good posture. You already showed him that you're interested because you glance at him every now and then and you smile. He needs to come over and start a conversation and offer to go out. That doesn't mean that you can't say anything if the dude is taking too long, but that will then reflect in your relationship. What else will he take too long to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, who's going to be the man? Who's going to be the leader in this relationship? You're going to be coming with everything all the time, all the ideas, right? So put yourself in your best feminine energy, ladies. Okay? A real woman doesn't scream. She doesn't shout. She doesn't talk loud. She's not all naked. Okay? Your value as a woman is what? Being a woman. My value as a man is what? What I can do for society. What I can bring to the table. How hard I can work. What is it that I can invent? How I can upkeep, maintain. You know what I'm saying? Protect. I understand that. I take my role. But we can't both be dudes. No, it's okay to do a 50-50 thing. That's okay. But just make sure that you keep your feminine energy. And, be easy to love and easier to get along. You see, a guy might not love you, but because you're so easy to get along and you take care of him and you care, he's gonna stick around. right? But a guy might love you and you're so hard to get along, he's gonna move on. And ladies, you have to understand that. You have to be easier to get along than to love. Because love, you don't really choose, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just happens, like, you don't even, they don't even have qualities that you like. You just like them, you don't even know why, right? Sorry, you just love them, you don't even know, you got that passion, that thing hits you. But then, in order to like somebody, they have to have some likable traits, like being agreeable if you're a woman, right? Being feminine, right? Being able to listen. A real woman always run things from behind the scene. Honestly, if you're feminine and like you're really, really, really nice, and you know you support your man, and you never backstab him, never talk bad about him to anyone, and you never bring your issues outside of the house, I'm telling you, if you ask him for something, even if he doesn't want to do it, he will do it because he acknowledges how much value you bring to him. And women don't understand when a man says, what do you have to bring to the table? Let me translate that. It's going to be $1 million question, right? It's going to be a $1 trillion answer. When a man asks you, what do you bring to the table, ladies? You ready? Give me some drum rolls. Okay, you ready? Okay. I bring. Okay, you ready? No, gotta build suspense. This is not, you know, I shouldn't even give this for free. When a guy asks you, so what do you bring to the table? Ladies, this is what he means. Right? I'm gonna tell you what he means. I'm gonna give you the answer first. No, should I tell you what he means? Okay, this is what he means. What is it that you can do for me? How is it that you can treat me? How are you gonna make my life, me, the individual, how are you gonna make my life easier? He's not asking about cooking and cleaning and you know, I want to be the all the stupid ass answers that girls give. You now I'm gonna give you the $1 trillion answer, right? This is what a guy wants to hear when you ask him, what do you bring, when he asks you, what do you bring to the table? This is what you should say. I want to bring value into your personal life. I want to be your safe harbor. I want to be your pillow, your blanket. I want to be your jacket. I want to be anything that you need me to be. So as a team, we achieve anything we want to achieve. That's the answer. When a guy is asking that, he doesn't care about your resources. He's got resources. The guys can work till they die, bro. A guy will never die broke because he got, unless obviously this is a regular guy, right? Not somebody that has like some impairment. So a normal person, a regular guy, right? Again, exceptions don't make rules. Will never die broke because a guy can put in work, and we all know that. Right? So that's nothing. You can't bring anything like that. Is when he comes in the house, right, ladies? When he comes in the house and he sees you beautiful, smelling good, with a smile on your face, and you ask him, how's your day, baby? And you give him a kiss. That smooch, man, that gives it does wonders to a man. And unfortunately, women today don't understand that. They don't understand it. They come aggressive. So where were you? Huh? You spent this long in traffic? What happened? Let me see your phone. I'm joking. But yeah, this happens, unfortunately. Be cool. Like, if a guy comes home, right? And let me tell you, I had this. This is personal experience. A guy comes home and the house is smelling like food, or, you know, some baking stuff, some cake that was baked. Yo, it feels like a home. The house feels like a home. It feels good, man. It feels nice, man. Do you know what I mean? You go take a shower, you put your comfy clothes that come down. The food is ready. That is priceless, ladies and gentlemen. That is priceless. It is priceless, man. and you're sitting on the couch. You might have a kid, you play with your kids a little bit. Then after the kids go to bed, you sit on the couch with your lady. You know what I'm saying? You got your hands is locked. Maybe you're kissing a little bit, watching your show, and you're talking, and you saying, how was your day? And she said, how was her day, and what your son did. And that is so nice. You cannot do that with an aggressive, masculine woman. You can't do that. You can't do that with a woman that is insecure, that is always on her phone. You can't do that. You can't do that with a woman that's always trying to figure it out what you're doing next, because maybe she's doing something. She's projecting on you. That's what I'm saying, ladies. Stay on your feminine energy. Don't worry about what the guy's doing. Worry about what you're doing. What are you doing? How are you making his life easier? What are you doing? Especially if you have a provider, right? You can have a 50-50 role, which is fine. It's 2023, is fine. Or you can have a traditional role. Nobody wants to come home to some more war. What do you... No. What are you talking about, man? Do you know what I mean? Like, especially if you got a provider, the dude is paying for everything and he can't even get a plate of food. You know what I'm saying? Can't even sit on the couch and like watch a show with you, or you know what I'm saying, can't you get a hug, a smooch? Ladies, no matter what happens, even if you've been married for 10, 15, 20 years, if your dude comes through that door, come and give him a hug and give him a kiss, man. I am telling you, that changes. It's just so like, words cannot describe how good that feels. Do you know what I mean? So, accountability, insecurity, you got to check those insecurities. What is that making you insecure? Is it the people around you? Is it the people you're hanging out with? Is it your social media? Is it you, your body? Do you know what I mean? You, because it has to come from you. That's why you're insecure. Nobody else is making you insecure. You're making you insecure. Also, keep your feminine energy. The value of a woman is being a woman. Be a woman. When you're masculine, you're not being a woman. When you're disagreeable, you're not being a woman. When you're aggressive, you're not being a woman. These are not traits, female traits. Woman is sensitive, is soft. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard. Men are hard. Men, they pretend to be hard because the world says you got to do this. That's fine. But men naturally are, we're tougher. And nobody wants to be with another dude unless that's what you're into, but not a woman that acts like a dude. You go home to a woman, you expect woman-like behavior, feminine, you know what I'm saying, soft, caring, and things like that. Now, ladies, another thing that you guys can do that will help you on a self-growth is choose who you hang out with. I told the guys the same thing. I'm going to tell you the same thing. Not everyone around you cares about you. A lot of girls are around you just because you look nice. Even family members do that. Your cousins, aunts, they do it. I'm telling you. If you think that somebody does not hate you just because they're a family member, you are absolutely delusional. It doesn't matter who they are. People will be jealous of you, jealous of what you have, jealous of your relationship. Be mindful of that. If you want to stop being secure, you need to start doing something about it. If your insecurity comes from the way you look, you don't actually need to do surgery. If you are a little bit slightly overweight or whatnot, you can join the gym. Don't worry what other people thinking about, seeing you there and what they check. No, you need to cast everybody away, put your headphones, and visualize your target, your goal. How do you want to look? Listen, you know what I did when I joined the gym? Like, to be honest, I always had a nice body, so I can't really like, I'm blessed and I'm grateful. But when I gained weight or I wanted to look a certain way, I went online and I looked for body parts, like not just pictures of like models and athletes and whatever. And I visualized, I put them together. I literally, without the head, so take the head off, and you put together what you want and you look for it. And that was my goal. No head, right? Just a body, right? Profile from the front, biceps, arms, and whatnot. And I worked hard, and I used to see it every day or every other day, and compare it to the mirror, just to see where I'm at. You can do that, and I recommend you do that. Visualize how you, and you listen, you don't need to be exactly like that. A lot of things are Photoshop, but you will get somewhere. I'm telling you, if you put in work, you will get in a better position than you are now. Tomorrow, you're going to be a better person than you are today. I can guarantee you, if you put in work, you will always get better. Before all you do is complain and feel bad about yourself, and oh yeah, and you comparing to people because your friend went to do a BBL, and you know now you're thinking about doing a BBL. Well, why don't you just join the gym? Instead of going to do a BBL, just join the gym. And have you considered, if you're in a relationship, have you considered, is that what your man wants you to do? Don't just assume, oh yeah, guys like big butts. Not every guy likes big butts, so you guys need to stop assuming that you guys know what men like. If you want to know what your man likes, you should know depending on how long you've been together. But you need to ask him. Don't ask about other women, ask about you. Babe, I want you to be honest, brutally honest with me. What is it that you like the most about me, and what is it that you don't like? Don't ask him about body parts. Oh, would you like me to have bigger breasts? This is a stupid question. Ask him, what is it that you like the most about me, and what is it that you don't like? Start with the don't like, if you prefer. And, you know, you end up with the sweetness of what you like. And you'll see through his answers, you actually don't need to do none of that. Your kids already love you. They don't care how you look like. Your family already loves you. You're trying to keep a man. You guys are having problems. You need to check your behavior, not your looks. Unless your looks is the problem. But your looks on average would be the problem only for yourself. You're not happy with yourself, and you're projecting that on other people, and you're projecting that on your relationship. Then you guys have issues. And the whole time you're thinking to yourself, he doesn't like you because you're fat, and you're the one who doesn't like you because you're fat, or you think you're fat. Or your friend did a BBL, or your friend did a breast surgery, and you're thinking about those things. Ladies, you need to address these things. Be more accountable for your actions. Stop projecting your insecurities on other people. Be less insecure. Be more feminine. Stop bringing people in your personal life. Stop bringing people in your personal life. Stop talking about your relationships. I cannot reiterate that enough. Stop talking about your relationship to other people. Stop it. Your relationships between you and your man, unless there's physical violence, this is where I cross the line, then I think you should find professional help. If that's the case, if there's physical violence, it's not acceptable. But apart from that, stop bringing other people into your relationship. If you want to know about what your partner likes, what he wants, what he's looking for, ask your partner. Don't talk to Becky from down the street. Becky doesn't know your partner. She doesn't know anything. You're in a relationship with somebody, yet you talk to other people about that person. That's crazy to me. And you do it all the time, and you do it over and over again. Stop. Ask your men. You know, the longer you keep your relationship between you and your men, the longer you're going to have a relationship. Did you know that? You didn't know that? Now you do. So subscribe and like the podcast, and actually join our Patreon. Okay? Show us some love. Anyway, I know I was a bit hard. Try to, crack a few jokes, make it go, a bit lighter. I don't want the ladies to be upset with me. This is more to this, but we're going to get into this. There's so much to talk about, so much to address. But guys, we need you to send us your emails. Ladies, get in touch with us. Definitely check. We have several tiers on the Patreon, and you get a one-on-one with me on one of those tiers on Discord. And we can have a nice chat. We can put several people on and have a nice chat, exchange ideas. Might use some of that content on the podcast. And it's all about networking. It's all about sharing, and it's all about growing. Whatever you're going through, you're not going through it alone. I can promise you that. And it's all about self-growth. Okay? The better the self, the better the collective. Remember that. Now I'm gonna share with you 3 quotes, actually, for the ladies. The ladies get more than the boys, okay? Three quotes from one of my favorite Stoics, Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, for those who don't know, was an emperor from Rome. And I quote, "How trivial the things we want so passionately are." Okay, ladies? Yeah. The eyelashes, the nails. I thought you got that for free. I thought God gave you that for free. No? Okay. A lot of trivial things that you want, the bags, the whatever. It's nothing. Another one, and I quote, "Settle on the type of person you want to be and stick to it, whether alone or in company. Be consistent on your behavior." Okay? If you're a nasty person or you have nasty behavior, you have to address it, right? You can do nasty things, but you don't need to be a nasty person. And if you're doing things that you would like people to do to you, you know that's nasty. You shouldn't do it. You should be good, nice, all the time. Whether you're alone, whether it's your man, whether it's your mom or your friend. Be consistent. And the last one, again, all these three are from Marcus Aurelius. It's the last one for you before I let you go. I quote, "Consider at what price you sell your integrity. But please, for God's sake, don't sell it cheap." And you take this with a pinch of salt and you think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been emotional. Thank you for listening. Stay safe.